Hello and welcome back to the Graceful Tangle YouTube channel. I'm Mimi Kate, a young but passionate knitter and crocheter. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're looking for me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Etsy, Ravelry, and Pinterest as The Graceful Tangle. On Ravelry and Etsy, you can find and purchase my knit and crochet patterns. And also on Ravelry, you can find the Graceful Tangle podcast group and join in on all of the fun chatter we have going on over there. I also have a blog, so I will link that in the description box below so that you can check it out and subscribe if you would like. And then if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so. And then don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can get a notification each and every time I upload a video. So today I'm back with you guys talking about a super exciting pattern release. A lot of work and preparation and math and knitting has gone into this item that I have released, and I'm so excited to finally be able to share it with all of y'all. So this is the Eclipse Kimono. This is a super simple, beginner-friendly knit kimono pattern. I absolutely love how this turned out. It's pretty much exactly how I envisioned, which is always so exciting and so gratifying when that happens. And yeah, I absolutely love it. So let's chat a little bit about this. So first, the yarn. For this project, I used Knit Picks Cotton Reflections. It is another line of the cotton yarn that is just so wonderful. This project was my first time using Knit Picks Cotton, and it is absolutely amazing. It is a cotton and linen blend, so the cotton gives it durability, and drape and softness, but the linen provides that, I don't know, like slightly crunchy feel maybe, but it's not uncomfortable. It's so great for summer or for fall. It works as a transition piece for changing seasons, which is exactly where we are right now. Most of the world, or I guess the northern hemisphere, is turning summer to fall, and then the southern hemisphere is turning I guess winter to spring. It's crazy to think about that, honestly. But anyway, this kind of works any time of the year. Here in Alabama, we have very hot summers, but I can still wear this because it is cotton and linen, which is so lovely. So that's the yarn that I used. Again, I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend it. But of course, you can use any DK weight yarn for this project. I, of course, have included the gauge in the pattern, so as long as you achieve gauge, you can use any yarn that you like. I would love to see this in a more like an acrylic or a wool blend. I think would be so beautiful. So I definitely plan on making another one of these in the future. Now, construction. I want to take a few minutes and really talk about the construction of this project and how you make it, because it is so simple, and I want to make sure to get that point across. Because anybody can make this. Any knitter, I guess. Okay, so the way that you knit this piece, you start on the back panel and cast on the amount of stitches for the entire width. Now, this is a lot of stitches because with a kimono, you want to have lots of positive ease, because they usually don't have added sleeves or added width in any other way. It's really cool because you make the whole body and then you're pretty much done. This specific kimono has a little bit of other details, but if you've seen my Lindy kimono, which is a crochet pattern, it is only the body. That's it. It doesn't have any edging. It doesn't have any sleeves. So I love that feature of kimonos. So when you cast on stitches, you cast on the entire width. I have lots of sizes listed in the pattern, which you will see, but I guess to put it simply, you cast on the amount of stitches equivalent to a few inches shy of your bust. So, for example, I have a 31-inch bust. This back panel, and the size small in the pattern, the back panel measures 30 inches. So I would suggest that if you have a like a 28 to a maybe 35-inch bust, I would suggest the size small. And I talk more about that in the pattern notes section, so be sure to check that out if you are confused at all on which size you should make. And then of course you can also message me on any of my platforms and I'll be sure to get back to you. But yeah, so again, you start with the back panel, work all the way up. So you start way down here, work all the way up to this point, and then on the last row of the body, you work across only half of the stitches, and then you start the front panels. So the front panels are worked exactly the same as the body. You're just working on about half of the stitches. So again, on the last row, you're going to knit approximately halfway, then you will put the rest of your stitches on hold. There are a few stitches that will remain unworked so that these stitches will sit more comfortably on the back of your neck, and then you will go back and work the rest of the stitches later for the opposite front panel. So again, it's worked exactly the same as the back. Again, this is just so simple. Then you work all the way down and then bind off. So I guess a couple of techniques that I would like to share about this pattern. First off, I slipped, and the pattern calls for you to slip the last stitch of every single row. This helps maintain a clean edge and a neat edge so that seaming and picking up stitches later is easier for you. However, one design feature that this kimono has because of that technique is the front. So you will notice that it has an applied I-cord border, and because you only pick up one stitch per slipped stitch, which is basically one stitch per 2 rows, you will result in this kind of waterfall edge. So it kind of goes up a little bit more in the front and then drapes back down for the back and the sides, and I really love the way that looks. If you personally do not enjoy the way that looks or would prefer to do something different, you have 2 options. You could either not do the applied I-cord edge, or you can make the decision when you cast on to not slip the last stitch of every row. And when you do that, you will just pick up 1 stitch per 1 row on the front, and then this distance will be the same length as your panel. So whatever preference you have will be just fine and easily doable for this pattern. Personally, I love the way that this looks, and it's kind of a fun design element. But again, if you would prefer not to have that, you easily can achieve that as well. Let me see, is there anything else? So it does have an applied I-cord border, which you work all the way around. It's actually in the round, so you start down here at the bottom, or really any place, and you work all the way around the entire kimono, all the way up the edges. This is falling off the hanger. Let's see. Okay, all the way up the edges and then back down. Again, super simple. And then for the sleeves, if you would prefer, you do not have to do this, but the pattern will call for you to join again and work an applied I-cord edging for the sleeves, just to kind of give it a finished, polished look to match the body. And I just really love how everything kind of blends together in this pattern and works. Kind of makes each element looks better with the other elements, if that makes sense. But yes, I am so happy with how this pattern turned out, and I hope that you go over to Ravelry and choose to download it. You can use the code ECLIPSE, all lowercase ECLIPSE, at checkout on Ravelry to get the pattern for 50% off. So the first price is $2. That 50% coupon will bring it right down to $1 for you. So I hope that you go over and choose to support me that way. I will include all of the links for where you can find this pattern in the description box below, as well as the coordinating blog post, so that you can hear even more about this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed hearing all about this project and this new pattern. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you all again next time. Bye!